Give me the over/under on Kansas.
The over/under on Kansas is 6.5.
Yeah, they've got new season or new stadium. Lance Leopold returns. Jalon Daniels returns. He's supposed to be a big star. They had a disappointing season last year, and Jalon Daniels was kind of underwhelming last year. Heisman talk after 2022. I'm going to steal y'all's notes. 23 preseason. He was first team All Big 12, which I'll remind you was
Included
still a
Oklahoma.
year where Texas and Oklahoma were in the conference. So this is a guy who has had a ton of hype on him. Unfortunately, he is the worst of the J. Daniels.
I was gonna say there at that time it was the Daniels, like they were like there was like a jokes and memes about you getting them mixed up because they were the same.
Yeah.
And then it just one went up and one went down.
Year 6 of Lance Leopold, 22-28 at Kansas, which is actually pretty good for their football group.
Facts.
They have not been good recruiting wise in the Big 12, but they need Jalon Daniels to play better this year. For them to be productive this year, but 6.5, I would lean towards the under. Week 2 is huge for them. Yeah. At Missouri, it's a revival of one of the greater rivalries in college football, which there are too many of them to count, but that is one of them. And that's a huge game for them this year. But I don't have high expectations, and I would lean under on their 6.5.
I think I will take the over. They bring in a lot. They're projected to start 11 transfers this year, so a lot of new pieces. They bring in a 4-star linebacker from South Carolina in Bengali Kamara. They've got 2 former 4-stars who spent time at Alabama in Emmanuel Henderson at wide receiver, which we mentioned earlier. If you get recruited to play wide receiver at Alabama, you have something. It didn't work out there for him. And then they bring in Jaleel Hurley, cornerback from Alabama, who spent his freshman year. Actually, Henderson was a running back. He transitioned. So he was a running back at Alabama, went there, and then transitioned to wide receiver. They also bring back their they returned Dean Miller, who led the team in sacks last year with 9. And then they have the greatest center in 2024, Bryce Foster.
Former Aggie, Gig'em.
Yeah. I will be interested to see what Jalon Daniels looks like because the hype has been there so much for him. And it's been tough watching his career because he had that elite 2022 and then hurt for 2023 and missed 9 games, and then just had a very down 2024.
Sure. He's got to learn to not try and hit the home run ball every time.
Yeah.
He's one that has become known for trying to force everything, basically. But he's also played a lot of football. So at this point, it's like it feels a little bit of a stretch to be like, oh, he's just finally going to settle down and, play within the offense. So I'm going to take the under. I'll say they hit 6 wins, but they won't hit the 7 required to hit the over. So.
He has played a lot of football, but not with these guys. They've got out of the 3 starting wide receivers and a running back, they're all transfers. So these are 4 new skill position players, 3 wide receivers and a running back that he has not played a game with before. But 3 of them are seniors, so I'll be interested to see is there like some sort of do they bring maturity and experience that you don't see when you're starting freshmen and sophomores out of high school?
Maybe.
Can they make that click? But I'm going to take the over. I've got them winning. I'll say 7 games.
Sure.
But, yeah.